Big Z Reviews. Halo is a new TV series on Paramount Plus that's based on the epic, massively popular video game series that's been forever, like so many different tries to make movies and shows and stuff, and this is finally what we get. And it's not very good. It's interestingly bad, though, I would say.
Here's lethal, upgradable, and most importantly, controllable.
Covenant forces appear to be excavating some kind of object. When I touched the object, I felt something. It felt different.
So this was created by Stephen Kane and Kyle Killen, and it mainly stars Pablo Schreiber as Master Chief. And it's weird to talk about because, you know, I have played every Halo game, but I'm not like a massive Halo fan. Like I haven't like dived that much into the lore. Like I'm just more of a casual fan of Halo. Like it's not one of my favorite games, but I have enjoyed playing all of them. As have millions and millions of people. That's what is so interesting in the show. Like this is not made for Halo fans. Like this is made for just the general populace. But the thing is, the general populace, most of them have played Halo. Like that's the weird part of this. Like I don't know why you wouldn't just make a Halo show instead of like they took the world of Halo and made their own complete new thing. Like some of the people, some of the history of it, there's bits of it in the show. But I mean, it's obvious watching the first episode and Master Chief takes off his helmet and they have this stupid looking Pablo Schreiber face under there. And you're like, huh, this might not be for me. The funny thing is too, when you think about it, like, the Mandalorian has shown that you can have an amazingly popular show without ever showing the main character's face, except for like once a season. So like I'm not sure why they decided to have him not have his helmet on for almost the entirety of the show. And it's interesting because you've never seen his face in any of the games. And like immediately the first episode they show his face. It's just like, huh. And like there's so much of it. It's just that like the stuff that like I was slightly annoyed about, but I'm just like fine, whatever. I went along with the ride. I turned off my brain saying that's weird, that's stupid, and that's not what happened, and just went along for it. And at a certain point, if you forget everything you know about Halo, this can be an enjoyable science fiction action show. You know, the only thing is too, it's so weird that there are like 3 big action scenes throughout the whole series, and the rest of it is just like talking and stuff, and that's kind of disappointing. I guess it'd be too much money to do more, and the actual action scenes, they're good, but some of the times they look like video game footage. You know, it's not that well done, the CGI. Like it's sometimes some of it looks worse than the video game than some of the newest video game images. But like, it's just so odd. Like this whole thing with Kwan Ha, played by Yirin Ha, like she's like a rebel, and they're like and this whole side plot which is pointless. I guess they're trying to give more humanity to Master Chief because he can't kill her when they order him to kill her, and it's just, I don't know. There's a lot of goofy stuff, like Natasha McElhone as Dr. Catherine as Dr. Catherine Halsey, and that stuff. Like I think she's supposed to be like really old, and it's like she's young. And the whole thing that like they do like Jen Taylor as Cortana is cool, but they do the whole like makes a clone of herself that turns into the AI, and they do stuff from the lore of Halo, but like so much of other stuff is like the whole Spartan things too, how they're like they kidnap kids and they modify to become super soldiers, like, and that's like they do stuff like it's from the world, but then they have the Covenant, but then everything else they do with the Covenant is so, it's like odd, and then the whole subplot of like But it is kind of like the game where you touch an artifact and the whole MacGuffin of the artifacts and but it's like the actual story of Halo and the different Halos has been more interesting just to do what the game does, you know. But this the whole all the other drama with the stuff with the Spartans taking out their the little chip they have in them that it takes away their humanity. It's just kind of it's interesting, but it's just kind of stupid sometimes too. And the whole the McKee, Charlie Murphy as she's a Covenant they brainwash her as a human, but she has the same power of Master Chief to they're bonded through the ethos. Then they can can activate the artifacts, and all that stuff is just sci-fi shenanigans. But I think that it's a weird thing to say that a show called Halo about Halo. I think the less you know about the actual Halo games, I think the more you might like it. If you're a big Halo fan, I think you're gonna hate this. And it's such a weird way to make this show. I'm not sure why you would do that. You think you'd want you have a fan base an already ready fan base of millions to watch a Halo show, and then you do everything you can to alienate them. It's a very weird choice. But I mean, sometimes if you can get past of it, some of the sci-fi action shenanigans are fun, So I probably give a 7 out of 10. But if you like it, you're gonna hate it. If you like the Halo games, you might hate it. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.